Okay, so we are going to convert this fluorescent light fixture to an LED compatible fixture, a single-ended LED compatible fixture to be specific. So I've removed the cover and also this cover that was up here covering the ballast and the wires that go to both ends. On each end of the fixture, you can see that you have two of these devices, which are called tombstones. In this case, these are low-profile tombstones, and they're shunted, meaning that the contacts on each side, you can see in there's contact on each side. Those are actually shunted together up here. So we'll need to buy non-shunted tombstones for one end only. So we'll need two of them. You can see there's another two over there, but we won't need to replace those since we're going with single-ended LED tubes. So I'm going to start by removing the ballast, because we will be getting rid of that completely, which takes power. So that'll be one thing that'll make this whole light fixture more efficient. We won't need this. And this should just slide out. And we're just going to let it sit down here on the rack. So as you can see, I bought a set of 4 Hypericon, I'm not even sure that's how you say it, single-ended LED tubes, 4 foot long. And that's what we're going to put into our light fixture once we have it converted appropriately. So each LED tube came with one of these non-shunted tombstones, which we are going to replace. You can see they look, I guess it's upside down. They look very similar. They should be identical, we'll find out. But just the one in my hand, the new one, is non-shunted, meaning the two contacts are not connected together, allowing us to do the single-ended LED tube. Okay, so next step is we're going to remove these old tombstones. Just pull them out, they slide right out. Usually, try to do this while I'm holding the phone. Alright, so another one was being a little stubborn, got it out, so now they're both out. Alright, so these are the old tombstones. I'm just going to cut the wires off. They're really hard to get actually out of them, so cut those. Remember, the power is off, there's no light, no power to the light fixture, so we're safe doing all this. And then here's where power comes into the ballast, so we're going to cut those as well. You just cut everything off the ballast and get rid of that. Cut these off. There we go. Now the ballast is completely separated. You can see we can throw that away. So I'm going to strip the ends off all the wires, a pair of wire strippers. So note that on one end of the LED tube it indicates that it's the end for the AC input. The other end, move over here, does have leads, but they're just dummy leads to hold it into the other tombstone that won't be connected to anything. So you can see that I actually had enough wire length to go directly into the non-shunted tombstone. Pleasantly surprised about that. So you can see I just shoved the wires right into the tombstone, and they're grabbing, so they won't come out. They're in there for good now. Alright, so now I have I need to run power to the other tombstone on the other side, so I'm going to stick that wire into that one, run it over to here, stick it into that side, and then do the same for the other one. Again, I can tug on them and they won't come out, so we're safe there. All right, so now we'll go ahead and replace the cover, taking care not to pinch any of the wires. One thing I failed to mention is the end with that is not wired to AC. I did need to put the tombstones from the old fixture, the old lights, back in, and they are just meant to be, they just hold the light. There's no wiring that goes to them, but I did have to put those back in. Okay, so now we have it wired, the cover's back on. Pretty solid. So we're gonna go ahead and again put the AC end where I connected the wiring to on these. Stick it in, twist it, lock it into place. Number one. All right, now we're gonna insert light number two. Okay, so I think we're ready to try these lights out, and hopefully we don't see any fire and smoke. Voila! And we have light, so I'm going to go ahead and cover this up. Here we go. You can see, nice bright light. Those are brighter than the fluorescent tubes that were in there before, and used about half the power. So there you have it.